Get ready with me while I talk about my journey to becoming a full-time model. So I would say my passion for modeling started like when I was 10 years old. My best friend in middle school, she also wanted to become a model. So we would like have sleepovers and we'd practice our runway walk. We'd put our heels on. We'd watch America's Next Top Model. We'd be like, oh my gosh, when we're 18, we're gonna apply. I've always been super tall. I'm 5'9". I've been 5'9" since middle school. And the only thing I was missing was confidence. Now, disclaimer, my friend was the pretty girl. My friend had all the boys, all the cute boys. I was like that weird, not cute friend. Grew up a little chubby. I was a little weird. I was super shy. You guys, having a conversation, I couldn't do it. I could not talk to anybody. I was the shyest, most quiet person ever. Of course, not at home though. I was weird. I struggled a ton with the thought of being in front of a camera, but I knew that was my passion. Like, something in me knew I would be able to do it one day, but at the time, it was the scariest thing ever. But I was so passionate in it, and I always knew, like, one day I'm going to become a model. I don't know how it's going to happen. I know right now people don't believe in me. Everyone was telling me to think realistically, you know, get a safe job or at least have a plan B. And I remember I went through this modeling school. I had to beg my parents to go through it. I mean, it kind of helped a little bit. It really didn't get me anywhere, but it taught me some things. But I went through this modeling school that was pretty expensive in, I think, my freshman year of high school, and that just kept me motivated to keep going. I would always be at home watching videos on how to pose and like requirements for modeling, and one of the biggest things I struggled with in high school was my weight and my acne. I had severe acne. Like, my skin was like this pretty much all of high school, and it would get worse. And I had to keep going on all these acne pills. I didn't know what the cause was. It kept coming back. And it was really detrimental because it's like I'm telling people I'm going to be a model one day. I literally would sit in class and be like, you're going to see me on a magazine one day. You're going to see me in Target one day. Like, that was my big goal, to be in like Target or Walmart on like a makeup thing. And it happened! I spoke it into existence, y'all. But the point of all this is to ignore the outsiders. People are going to push your dream down. If it's not your own mind, because sometimes our own mind will tell us we can't do something, but if it's not that, it's going to be the people around you. It's going to be your closest peers. It's going to be your family. It's going to be your mind. It's going to be your teachers. I had a teacher tell me in front of the whole class, when she was asking me what my passion was. I was 16 years old. She told me in front of the whole class, she was like, I think it's a little bit too late for that. I said I want to be a model. And she was like, does anyone know when the age is that people are spiking their modeling career? And she called on someone. They were like, oh, like 16, 17. And then she was like, you know, you might want to rethink. And I'm like, but I didn't let that get me, y'all. Honestly, the haters is like, use it as fuel. Okay, so fast forward for like all of high school, I'm submitting digitals to all these crazy agencies. Huge name agencies, never got any responses. Like, when I'm saying they won't even say we don't want you, they didn't respond at all. Like, no critique, no, oh, you need maybe change your hair, maybe do, nope, nothing. So for like a year, I stopped submitting, and then I saw this casting call in Vegas at TNG. That's my mother agency right now, and I missed school. I was like, Mom, I'm going to this. So basically we took pictures, and they signed me. I was still in high school at the time. I was still experiencing acne. I was still experiencing, you know, not being super confident. But my agents believed in me, and I was like, I'm going to work on it. Like, I'm going to figure this out. And they took it slow with me. Just want to put this out there. Once you sign with the agency, that does not just shoot you up. Like, signing with the agency is the first step. Like, having agents is really going to help, and you want to have good agents, but at the same time, it's not going to shoot your career. My career didn't start until maybe 3 or 4 years later. I would say my career actually started and I became full-time. I didn't even add this part in. Like, prior to modeling, I was working 7 days a week at one point. I was working 2 jobs. I was working at an acai bowl place. I was working at a gas station, and I was pumping people's gas for tips. And all of this, I was saving up for facials because I I needed money to get my skin right. I needed to get the good skincare. I needed to be able to travel to LA for castings if I had, an LA agency. That was my dream, to get to an LA agency. And like, I just knew I needed to save money. I needed to save money to get my hair right, get the right cut, get the right color. Basically, at a young age, I knew that I needed to invest into myself and put all the time I could. So basically, throughout like the first 2 years of being signed, we would do test shoots. I didn't make much money, so I still had to work other jobs. But eventually, they signed me into LA. So your mother agent is usually the agent that's in your hometown, and they'll push you out to the bigger cities like LA, New York, Milan, Paris, whatever it is. And after doing a bunch of castings in LA, I ended up just moving to LA because it's like, I just need to be here because I'm driving to LA twice a week for a 3-minute casting, and I have sciatica. That's a whole nother story, y'all. I had severe sciatica. I almost needed surgery. I had to get shots in my butt before I drove. So fast forward, I'm signed in LA. I'm in the model apartment. I'm living with 6 girls in 2 rooms, but my career still hasn't started. I'm still not making money. I'm still only booking maybe once a month. From there, I needed to develop my hair. I needed to fix my eyebrows. I needed to tone my body. I still had severe skin issues. It was like a whole nother journey, except I'm in LA. It's 10 times more expensive. It's much faster paced. I'm away from family, and it was really hard. I'm not even gonna lie. I think I was in the most depressed state of my life when I was out here at first, being broke, and I was also dealing with a situationship, which I told you guys about. But the most important thing that kept me going through it all was faith in myself. And I also joined the church in LA, and that kept me grounded. Also, so many books. Filling myself and my surroundings with positivity helped me so much. I didn't stay in the party crowd, because out here promoting in nightlife is so big. I stayed out of that. I wasn't drinking. I wasn't going out at night. Like, I stayed focused on what I came here for. Like, I was like, I'm going to get everything right. And I did all my research. Like, a lot of you guys, like, talk about how, like, I know so much about nutrition and stuff. Like, what motivated me was because I knew I needed to heal myself from within, especially for my skin. Like, my skin is what motivated me to get super into nutrition. Like, I've always been into nutrition, but my skin is what motivated me. And I've done so much research. I've put in so many hours. I've read so many books that just kept me motivated, kept me in a good mindset. Every morning I would listen to a motivational speech. While I worked out, I listened to motivational speeches just to keep me in love with the journey while I'm not making the money, while I'm not doing the things that I came here for. Because it took me a long time to book campaigns, to make my first big chunk of money, to be able to sit comfortable and not worry about living check to check, not worry about, am I going to be able to get groceries this week? Am I going to be able to eat tonight? Like, it took a lot of forcing myself to listen to positivity to get through those times. But I can say now, it was all so worth it. Like, I've surpassed so many goals. And like I've been saying in my last couple of videos, I need to sit and smell the flowers. Like, I need to sit and celebrate some of the things that I've accomplished. Because some of the things that I've done in the past year, I wouldn't even imagine. And it's been like a flip of a switch. Like, you don't know when your time is going to hit you. Like, you need to keep putting in the work, keep staying focused, even when you're not seeing results, because one day it's just gonna hit you. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be a flip of a switch, and you're gonna thank yourself for putting in the work day in and day out when you haven't seen anything coming out of it. That's the biggest thing. And like, work when nobody's watching. Don't always work for other people's validation. I was working when nobody was watching. I was always going towards my goals. Like, I had my goals written down. I had to look at them every single day just to be reminded, what am I doing this for? But that's been my story, and I will say I am a full-time model now, and I've also been doing content the last couple of months, and it's been amazing. And I love having this supportive community, and I love showing you guys my tips and tricks and motivating, and I really want to see you guys win and do what you're passionate about. Not what your parents are, not what you think you should be, but what you're passionate about. But I love you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.